So I just came back from Avatar 2, The Way of Water, and here's my review, my verdict. Possible spoiler alerts, so yeah, watch if you want to. Um, so I'll start light, then I'll go into the deeper hidden messages I got from it, as I knew I would. First of all, obviously we've been waiting as Avatar fans for a long time for the sequel. So finally it came out. So that alone is just great that, there's a sequel. Not that the first one needed a sequel, but it's done. So the 3D was good. I haven't seen a 3D film for a long time actually, but that was good. The story I already knew wasn't going to be that great just from the trailers. So yeah, I wasn't really expecting much from the actual story, although it was cool to see the other tribe for sure. I don't know if they considered a tribe or a race, but essentially the sea Na'vi were nice to observe and see how they use water, of course, as their way of getting around and everything. So yeah, yeah, it was alright. It was alright. It was 3 hours as well. Did it take a long time? No, I didn't really feel like it took that long. It moved quite. It moved at a good pace, but not too slow. But anyway, onto the deeper stuff. Essentially, the message of the sea Na'vi. I forgot their names, to be honest. Essentially, is that water is without, but it's also within. Water is there before your death, and it's there after your death. Water is life, essentially. And really, the analogy for that from the spiritual context is something I speak about all the time, and I use water as an analogy sometimes, is consciousness. How many times have I said this word? See, consciousness pervades all things. You think about consciousness as being something inside the head. That's only because of societal agreements and beliefs, the way that we portray the mind, in films, in cartoons, your teacher, your parents. So you think, point to the head, always point to the head. Even though there's absolutely no proof that the mind is in your head, there's only correlation with synapses in the brain. Synapses are going to fire regardless. The actual mind to actual inner world, that is the most private aspect of you, is not in your body. It's non-physical. It's not a physical thing. So why would a physical mechanism be able to generate that which is non-physical, your inner world? You can't catch your inner world. You can't pick out your dreams and look at them. It's your inner world. So consciousness is that which is the experience of every moment. So you are experiencing this moment. This moment can only be experienced with consciousness. It's what you see and what you are seeing as, and what you are seeing with, and what you are as well. That's what consciousness is. Everything you see is this close to the observer of it, which is this conscious observer that you are. There's no distance really between the experience of your phone and the observer of the experience. Not your phone, not your face to your phone. The experience of you and your phone, that experience itself, and the observer of the experience itself, there's no distance. There's no distance between your head, your phone, and again, the observer of it. That's why one can say that everything is consciousness. Just as on your phone, again, right now, you can see my head, you can see my hand. There's no distance from the perspective of your screen. It's all pixels on the same one screen. This whole reality is like pixels on the same one screen of pure consciousness, that observer, which pervades all things. So the analogy, so I've got a bit of a blocked up nose, you can probably tell. The analogy of water being everywhere and water being a breath of life, that's consciousness, or even life force energy, if you want to go there, or prana, So that's like the hidden message, essentially. I like the film. I wouldn't say it moved me as much as the first one, but of course the first one was new. We had no idea what a Na'vi was. We had never seen those creatures before, so of course, the first one is always going to be harder to top. However, it's not that a sequel cannot top an original, because many people say that Terminator 2 was better than Terminator 1, and I'm one of them that I think I say that too. Rocky 2 is arguably better than Rocky 1, arguably. That's how funny, arguably. Anyway, so, end of the day, I have to go deep all the time. Consciousness is everything. That's what it's really about. And, good film overall. I thought the human boy was worthwhile having, but not necessary, really. You could tell at the end why they put him in, but they could have done without the human boy, to be honest. There wasn't as much feels. There were a couple moments, but it wasn't as many feels. And obviously they're showing the whole Western world bullying the indigenous people. They're showing that angle as well. That's clear to see. Just like the first one. But yeah, good film overall. But essentially, yeah, when you talk about water being everywhere, because water actually isn't everywhere. Let's go there. Water isn't everywhere. Although it seems like it is, because it's in your body, it's in our air, it's in the water, or it's in the sea, it is the sea. It's in the sky. Like, it seems like it's everywhere, but there's still that one place it isn't. The other dimension. The observer. Again, that observer of the experience of water isn't water itself. See, what you truly are, that pure self, is even before this majestic substance we call water. The only thing that's truly everywhere is pure consciousness or life force energy, whatever word you want to use. So water is a good analogy in the so-called physical realm, but the only thing that truly pervades all is your true self, pure, and I have to say infinite consciousness. Peace. Go watch the movie.